Intergalactic planetary, intergalactic planetary.
Olentangy Invitational, which is interesting because that's where we're headed, even still with our schedule. Obviously, being at Olentangy now and coaching, it's still the highlight of my year. It's the big event that kicks off how the rest of your career or season, at least for that year, is going to go. You start out strong, you can keep that motivation going, or you can get a snapshot as to what you need to really get on before it gets too much later. Senior year is when I blew out my knee, but that set the tone for me the rest of my wrestling career. I knew that was something that in front of your home crowd, if you can do big things and you can carry that confidence on, you can really make things work. For me, blowing out my knee was still somewhat of I understood how much more support I was getting than I realized from teammates, from coaches, from family, from the community, from the wrestling just culture that we had at the time. That carried me through the rest of my season. If I didn't have them, I was probably going to just fall flat. So they gave me two options. The first option was to get surgery and be out for the rest of my high school career, knowing that I still maybe wanted to do something in college. It was feasible. It wasn't going to be something that really got in the way, but I wouldn't have seen the rest of my senior year. If I didn't want to do surgery, I could go in and I could do physical therapy for a period of time, get a brace made, and finish out my senior year that way with really no promises on how my physical abilities would play out. And what I ended up doing was I took the second option. I wanted to finish my senior year with some passion and some just really take in as much as I could in high school. So therefore, if I wanted to go into my collegiate career with a bit of motivation, a little confidence, I wouldn't have been able to do that if I would have had surgery. So I finished my senior year basically just with the postseason. I came back for one tournament prior to sectionals, districts, and then at districts I re-injured everything else that was going on in my knee that was left, and that was kind of the end of it. So right at those go-to matches. I was still hungry. I was hungry when I was in college to continue even after that. I knew that I was still looking for something as my college career was kind of coming to an end. I knew that there were things that I wanted to learn. There were people that I wanted to surround myself with, and coaching was really the best bet for me to continue to be around the culture, to be around the Central District, where I knew quite a few people and built some relationships to begin with, to kind of make my mark on what I have to offer too. There's a lot of things. I don't know that I can narrow it down to one. I even say at each practice there are things that get me going. Right? I can jump on a kid about being disciplined. I can jump on a kid about, I feel like there's a million lessons to be learned, but it's that moment in time in which you can create a teachable moment. So moments don't just happen, they come and you kind of have to seek them out and then really, take advantage of that moment in time. So I've got a lot of lessons that have been shared with me that I want to continue to share with others, and it's not going to just happen in one day or one practice. So trying to share all those things is going to take me a bit of time. Consistency as far as hard work and determination is concerned. I think that there's nothing that can come close to what can be done with hard work and dedication over a period of time. And until that happens, or until a student or an athlete dedicates themselves to that for a period of years, they're never going to really see their potential. So I want to be there to encourage that grind, to encourage that hard work, to encourage a deepened, strengthened mental state, so that when the kids do achieve that, and that smile's on their face, and they see what lessons they can use later on in life, they always come back to the idea that I learned that during wrestling. Whether they're a good wrestler or not, that's why I'm there.